no longer the issue of change of leadership that will put Nigeria out of its current crisis, and could 2023 elections, could it not make a difference to the current trend in Nigeria?
Well, first and foremost, nobody can stop self-determination agitation. People are convinced that in a free and fair atmosphere, almost all the nationalities in Nigeria will rather go their separate ways. The Izons, otherwise called the Jos, will rather have their own country. Even the Hausa Bokoi, the 7 kingdoms that were overrun and destroyed and enslaved by the Fulani, would rather emerge and have their own country. And Yoruba will also certainly have their own country, because we had our own country long before the British came. So what we are saying in essence is that the question, the agitation for self-determination is born out of the fact that everybody is fed up with this serious, silly, unitary system of government. And people wanted to be able to decide their own fate, to be able to run their own government, to be able to develop at their own pace. So that answers the question of self-determination. And no power on earth can stop the self-determination fire that is already on. To your second question, out of respect, I will answer that, because I really don't discuss Nigeria anymore. What of election? Which election are they talking about? The caliphate has 3 agendas. And one is what they've always done. Once they know that they are losing out, they will stage a coup. They did it when they were to make sure that when they know that they are losing faith, they made sure that they stage a coup. In 67, the counter coup, and then they reluctantly allowed 66 July. They reluctantly allowed Gawon, because it was the most senior northern alive at that time, to run. But Ramat Mohammed, who was half Fulani and half Auchi, was at his back and tolerated him for 9 years. And after that, they knew that the game was up. They had another coup, and Mohammed was running the show. After 6 months, Obasanjo was reluctantly made head of state. But truly and really, Obasanjo was not in power. He was just in office. The person in power was the Lieutenant Colonel Yaradua, who was promoted to Brigadier General overnight from Lieutenant Colonel, not even a confirmed Lieutenant Colonel. He was promoted from Lieutenant Colonel to Brigadier General above several other people, just because he was a Fulani person. And he tolerated him out. So as soon as 79 came and they knew that Shagari was losing steam, they staged a coup so that the Fulani could also continue. They used their serfs to stage the coup. Then Buhari took over, and was supported by another Fulani man, Idi Agbon, whose mother and father were Fulani. And they were running the show. And you recall that they were there for 15 years. They were there for 15 years. I mean, for 15 years before they reluctantly allowed somebody else to take over. Now that they know that they also, and when they knew that Abacha was not doing well, they know what to do. And so what they are now, they have that option of making sure they terminate this regime. They also have the option of making sure that the election is not held by causing so much confusion and anarchy in the country. And God save that country, what will happen in June after their so-called primaries is worrisome, because after some people have paid 100 million naira, and they now say that there is going to be consensus and all that, there's going to be a lot of serious problems. There's going to be implosion in both PDP and whatever they call the other time, the APC, yes, which I call the abracadabra party, So it's what I'm saying in essence is that I don't think anybody should have any hope about 2023, or that there will be election, or what that could do to anybody, and all that. I don't know. I don't have any hope and any faith in what will come out of these shenanigans that they are banting about nominations and all that, just to buy time. They have the agenda. But why the entire country should allow a tiny cabal of less than 3 million to be ruining this beautiful place is beyond my imagination. It's beyond my comprehension.